The Jetta is Volkswagen's cheapest car, and with this tiny little turbocharged 1.5 liter and 6-speed manual transmission, will it be the most efficient as well? Today, we are going to find out. This is Chris here with Daily Motor, and today we've got the real-world highway fuel economy test on the 2023 Volkswagen Jetta Sport with a 6-speed manual transmission. Before we get started, let's hop out, take a look at it. Now, if you're wondering why we're not in our normal testing location and why we are in the parking lot of an abandoned Big K Kmart, it's because the city of Ypsilanti has decided to close almost all of the entrance ramps. So I'm kind of limited to where I go. But anyways, here is the Volkswagen Jetta Sport 6-speed manual. It's only about 23 grand. And well, I think that this might be the choice. There is a Ford Fusion doing reverse donuts over there. Don't know if you saw that or not. Absolute chaos. I think that this may be the choice for this segment. It feels pretty nice inside, and it's got the $1,000 driver assistance pack, which means I have radar cruise and some other driver aids. So anyways, I don't want to be standing in this parking lot anymore. Let's get a move on and start the test. Volkswagens don't like when you open the door when they're running. Okay, anyways, why do we do this test? Well, the EPA's fuel economy test, which gives this Volkswagen Jetta Sport which gives this Volkswagen Jetta Sport 6-speed manual 42 MPG on the highway, only averages 48 miles per hour. And we know that some people like to take their cars on actual road trips. So what we're going to do today is go out 50 miles and back 50 miles, averaging 70 miles per hour to get a more real-world figure. Couple of things worth noting for today's test. Outside temperature is 57 degrees Fahrenheit, and normally I would tell you that we'd be running the climate control inside the cabin at 73 degrees auto. However, this Jetta does not have automatic climate control, so I'm just going to set it right here in the middle, and we'll just do that for this test. Also, the tire pressures have been set to their factory door placard indicated 36 PSI cold. And we'll be using the same gas pump both times, using the same 3-click filling method to get the most accurate results possible. And I've actually got a clear shot here. Okay. Oh, and there's I don't know if you all can see that. What side is my fuel filler on? This side, okay. Big colony of gnats right there. Okay, let's hop out, grab our first fill. This car also has a key. Just over 4 gallons going in there for our first fill. We are nice and brimmed.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to show the odometer and reset the trip in a Volkswagen.
Then we need to do this, and we need to hit this, and we need to hit that. Yes! I've done a thing. Okay. Trip is reset after 5.5 minutes of me trying to figure out how to do it. We don't have auto climate control in this car. Those trips are running. Let's get started with the test. Okay. Big chaos so far. Let's hope that's the end of that. 2 drive modes here in the Volkswagen Jetta Sport. We have regular or eco. Today we'll be driving in eco mode, of course, to give this thing the best chance at meeting its EPA estimate of 42 MPG. Highway's right up here. I'll catch up with you once I am merging on. I'm going to try and carry some good speed here on the entrance ramp so we don't have to give it the beans merging. Now, the purpose of this test is not to hypermile. I'm simply going to merge onto the freeway here, set the cruise control to a GPS indicated 72 miles per hour, and just drive like any normal person would in a real world scenario. Okay, let's get ourselves up to speed here, and we'll go ahead and set the cruise control. Okay, 72 read out on the car. Looks like 73 on the GPS, so we might drop that down here to 71. Okay, it looks like 71 on the car is 72. on the GPS. So that's what we will roll with today. Under first highway impressions, well, it's just about what you'd expect for a little compact sedan, but honestly, it smooths out some of the things that you get with some of the competitors that are around $20,000. For example, with the $1,000 driver assistance pack, you get a leather-wrapped steering wheel, and you get adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist. So we're going to turn all of that on and see how that works. Adjust my distance here. We're going to want this to be the closest distance, which I think is what that is. We are, of course, rolling in 6th gear. But yeah, I mean, there's not much else to this car. It's a little bit noisy. That's to be expected for a car like this. But I'm going to go ahead and get settled in here in the Jetta 6-speed manual. And, well, I'll catch up with you all in about 90 or so miles once I'm towards the end of my journey. Wrapping up our trip here in the 23 Volkswagen Jetta Sport, and indicated on the cluster 48.9 MPG, almost 7 MPG over EPA. Super impressive here in this little compact car. Almost 50 miles per gallon indicated here on the cluster. We'll have to wait until we get to the pump to see what our readout is, but I have a feeling it's going to be pretty spot on to that. Otherwise, how has it been driving this Jetta? Honestly, for a $23,000 car, I don't know that you can get much better than this. I am super impressed with this car overall. Just the way that it feels higher end than it is for the $23,000 price tag, and having that $995 driver assistance pack certainly helps. The adaptive cruise does an okay job. The lane keep assist is not very good. It yells at you like every 3 seconds to put your hands on the wheel, even when your hands are already on the wheel. So not the biggest fan of that. But overall, it's been a good experience, and I can't really bash it for anything else. It's comfortable. It's not super loud. The sound system's horrible, but that's to be expected for something in this class. I want to say you can upgrade to a Fender sound system. I don't know what the cost is for that, but you should have an option here on the Jetta to opt for a premium sound. Anyways, though, I'm going to pop over to the mobile station here and fill up with some petrol, and I'll update you once I have brimmed the tank here on the Jetta Sport 6-speed manual. In just under 2 gallons going in there, 1.965 gallons going in there for our final fill. This is going to be the highest number I have ever seen on a fuel economy test. All right, let's hop in and see how we did. Today's trip was 106.53 miles. We'll go ahead and divide that by the 1.965 gallons of regular fuel that we put into this Jetta, and that gives us 54.2 MPG. Is that right? 106.53 divided by 1.965. Wow. 54.2 MPG. So a bit of a discrepancy there. Readout on the car was 49. With our math, 54. I think it's safe to say this thing did just about 50 MPG, which is the highest number I have ever seen. So, pretty efficient little thing. Now, let's go ahead and multiply this by our 13.2 gallon fuel tank, and that gives you an effective highway cruising range of 710 miles. Again, this is a first for me to see a number this big. Geez, even if you were to make it, say the car got 50 MPG, multiply that by 13.2, that still gives you an effective highway cruising range of 660 miles. So let's kind of hit each one in the middle. 50 MPG and about 700 miles of effective highway cruising range. You could go from Detroit to Chicago, back to Detroit, and almost all the way back to Chicago again on one tank of fuel in this Jetta. So that's a record for me. I don't know what car is ever going to beat this. If that will ever happen. Maybe someday we'll have an even more efficient car, but this is the most efficient one that I have ever tested, and I quite like this car overall. If you want to learn more about this 6-speed manual Jetta, make sure you check the link in the description. That'll lead you to our other videos on this car. But that'll wrap it up for us today for our fuel economy test. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Chris here with Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.